The left dumbing down education in America in the name of equity. High school students in Blue State, Oregon won't have to prove basic mastery of reading, writing, or math in order to graduate from high school. That's because the state's woke Board of Education decided unanimously to nix the standards and cite harm to students of color. The dumbed-down rules won't kick in for 5 years, and it's a big slap in the face to dozens of Oregonians who are opposed. And it comes at a terrible time for Oregon kids who are struggling to read. 72% of Oregon 4th and 8th graders do not meet proficiency in reading for their grade level. Greg Gutfeld.
Yes.
What is happening in Oregon?
We warned you that equity is not equality. Equality means you start at the same place, which is easy, compared to equity, which means you finish at the same place, which is statistically impossible because we're individuals. We cannot end at the same place. So if you want equity, that means you have to push the end point all the way to the weakest performer, and that creates incompetence, and there go your actual standards. This is, by the way, the college demonstrations and equity in this equity delusion, they are connected. If you remove academic standards, all you have is indoctrination. If you replace hard work and achievement with ego, attention, and self-importance, you end up with these mindless, delusional protesters. They're indoctrinated, troubled souls because they're not learning anything. We replace history with hysteria. It's time for parents to wake up and look at how you vote, look at the campuses, look at the unions, and you need to ask yourself, is there a party for parents? Because you're replacing geometry with gender, and that ain't going to help them in the workplace.
Janine, it's also making the parents have their kids read. Give the kid a book over summer vacation. It can't all be up to the schools.
You know what they're doing? They're creating inequality in the name of equity. That's what they're doing. They're basically saying, look, if you're a minority, you're not going to do as well. Yeah. And, you know, so when you come out of the womb, just put them on that track. They won't do as well. I mean, that is as racist as you can get. And this is the state of Oregon. Now, this is my thought. If the teachers union had anything to do with this, it's an admission of their failure. And if they weren't part of the decision, you should fire them anyway because the kids aren't learning anything. Because right now, the schools are nothing more than daycare centers, right? And it's determined, you know, that these kids are this color and therefore, you know, we can't bother with them. Let's just push them out of the system. So what does that mean for the kids who are coming in? Are they going to get a good education, or are they going to continue with this belief that, you know what, we don't have to do that much? Why aren't teachers willing to help? You remember, I think it was during the pandemic, there were the bunch of illegals, kids who came in. It was in San Francisco. I believe it was July. And it was their vacation. And they said, although they weren't going to teach the American kids, they were going to teach these illegal kids on their own time how to read so they can get into school easier. I mean, everything is backwards and upside down. No part of it incentivizes our kids.
Piers, do you guys have this problem overseas?
We do, and you can chart it all back to egg and spoon races. Do you have those in America?
I was great at egg and spoon.
Right.
Never dropped an egg.
Right. And we took it very seriously, and it was a talent, it was a skill, and you wanted to win. And then in England, they banned egg and spoon races.
That's when it went downhill.
Because I chart everything from that. I actually want to blame my country for this, because the moment they did that, what they said was it was getting too competitive and kids were hurting each other. Then they banned the Father's Day race and Mother's Day races because parents were getting competitive and the kids would see mummy or daddy lose. And then I realised what was happening. We were moving as a society that used to celebrate winning and achievement and success and coming first and hated losing and coming last. And we were becoming the complete reverse. We're now a society that celebrates losing. You see people on Instagram going, I'm so proud of myself. I just passed my driving test at the 9th attempt. You're like, why did it take you 9 attempts? You're a terrible driver. What are you proud of yourself for, right?
To leave my wife out of this, Piers.
But that's, I think the central point of that is, until we stop celebrating weakness and losing, this is the way it's all going to go. These kids are now being told, don't worry about being dumb, that's fine. But what happens when they get to the real world? What happens when they get out of the cotton wool and they actually have to go and compete for jobs or compete for whatever it may be in life? They don't have a competitive bone in their body because they don't have to have one. We have to bring back a mentality that winning is a good thing, that achievement matters, that actually going to school and being good and better than people around you is a good thing.
But they
not
all-
something to be embarrassed about.
They all found jobs, though. They found jobs at Disney. They found jobs at Anheuser-Busch. All the places where
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Bud Light.
And they take that mentality to these corporations, and the corporations see their profits tanking
Yeah.
when they do stupid, dumb decisions, because you know what? At school, they were told it's great to be dumb.
Dana.
Well, it's no longer the soft bigotry of low expectations. It's the declared bigotry of low expectations. They just say it out loud. Remember Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia? How did he win his race? The #1 applause line that he got was when he went to every town hall and said, I will increase standards for math and reading in your schools. And he won overwhelmingly. It's interesting because when there's a Republican president, everyone's so concerned about how other countries are beating us in literacy and math. But when there's a Democratic president, we just like openly say, actually, black people, brown people, you know, you're not as good at this, and we're going to take care of this for you. It robs them of their right to pursuit of happiness. I think it's a civil rights issue. And here's another thing. Do not ever support free college until they fix K through 12 education. Because if you fix K through 12 education, you do not need free college.
And bring back egg and spoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Eggs are so expensive.
I'd take you on an egg and
I want to do that
Imagine how
tomorrow.
competitive that would
Let's
be.
go.
We should
Let's
do it
go.
tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, raw eggs.
The egg and spoon.
Yeah, egg and
race.
spoon.
boiled.
America v. Britain.
Okay.
The winner gets to stay in that chair.
All right. I got it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.